Hi, I'm Gina Buell. I'm a sixth-generation restaurateur, and I've got a passion for food, service, and people. Join me while we explore the taste of Lake. Hi, welcome to Taste of Lake, Season 2. Today, we're heading to Whispering Oaks Winery. And Whispering Oaks is a story of the true American dream. When we come back, I'll show you what I mean. We're at a very unique winery, and this is Johannes Vanderwey, and he is the owner. And he's going to tell us a little bit about his wine. It's not what you'd expect. Go ahead. Tell us.
Well, our wine is made from blueberries. We have 2.2 pounds of blueberries in each and every bottle of wine, except the sangria, which we add some tangerine and pink grapefruit.
Really, tangerine.
And pink grapefruit. Very healthy. What we're aiming for is we're trying to change the wine industry into a healthy wine. Wine is already healthy if you have a glass a day of red wine, but it's much, much more healthier if you have a glass a day of blueberry wine, just because of the high antioxidants. In every glass, there's a half a pound of blueberries.
That's amazing.
Half a pound.
A half a pound of blueberries in every glass.
Yep.
So your wine is actually even better for diabetics, I hear.
That's correct. We have villagers that come in and their doctors recommend us because the dry wine, which is the delightfully dry blueberry wine, has less than 0.5% sugar in it. And they enjoy it. They truly do. It tastes more like a Merlot.
Well, look at all these awards. It looks like a lot of people enjoy it. And you've only been open for
10 months.
10 months.
Yep.
10 months.
10 months we've been open. Our first production run was 27,000 bottles, and we can do that every 3 to 3.5 months. But we grew so fast because of the demand, we're now over 90,000 bottles every 3 months. So we grew 3 times in our first year, and our next increase will be to 200,000 bottles every 3 months. So
that's amazing.
We're growing. People loving it.
And blueberries, you know, they grow so fast. It's your time is what, from March to May?
Yeah, our blueberries is April. We have 8 weeks, so it's April, depending on the weather, April, May, June is our blueberry. So we have a U-pick towards the end of June when the price drops too low, because everything's hand-picked when we make the wine, and when we sell to the fresh markets, it's all hand-picked.
Wow, which is much better for the
much
for the
better,
berries.
and by machine picked, you don't get the green berries, you just get the ripe berries. So it makes a big difference.
That's wonderful. So towards the end of the season, you have people come in and they can pick their own blueberries.
We have villagers come in. We send on our email list, which is well over 5,000 in our first 10 months, and they'll come in and they get they get a nice discount for being on our email list, and they get to come pick blueberries, and they'll freeze them through the winter and you know, enjoy a glass of wine. Most of them will send their husbands out to the field, and the women are in drinking the wine. That's what we've seen a few times.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So not only can they come and pick, but that you also do tours?
Yeah, we do tours.
Okay.
We do tours. We're open up 7 days a week. We're just like 7-Eleven, but backwards, 11 to 7. 24/7, 11 to 7.
24/7, 11 to 7.
That's right.
Don't forget.
And then we do tours on the weekends. Every weekend we have live music, a live band from 1 to 5.
Really?
Yep. And then every weekend we do tours on an hour from about 12 to 6 through the winery. So they can see how we make the wine, what stage it's in. It's a good tour. It's a good 20-minute tour through the winery, which we don't charge anything for the tours.
Well, that's wonderful. And then if they want, they can go pick some blueberries and then come back and taste wine.
During picking season, yes. But we do the tours all year.
All year round.
Yep.
Well, that's great. Well, I am so excited to taste my first blueberry wine.
Great. Well, you're going to live longer and look younger next time we see you. So let's do it.
Here we go. This is my blind taste test, all right? What I'm doing is I'm looking at the color of the wine through the light that Sue has shining on me. Now I can't really see it because the light's in my eyes. Oh wait, that's better. Wow. Okay. Now I'm swirling to look at the legs.
Some nice legs.
Very nice legs. Okay. It's very nice. It has a nice citrusy finish. Nice bouquet. Very nice. Let me clean my palate again.
4 glasses later.
Yeah, exactly. 4 glasses later. This is very good. This is the blueberry, and this is a Merlot.
Close. This is a cab.
Oh. Okay.
And this is. And this is the blueberry.
I have to say that if I were somewhere, I would actually prefer drinking this than I would drinking that cab.
And you're just like 99% of the people that walk in here.
And here we are at Whispering Oaks Winery, where all of the magic happens. And this is Dr. Brent Trella, and he's going to tell us how he does it. So, Dr. Brent. Dr. Brent, how do you want me?
Dr. Brent, that's fine.
Brent's good? Okay, Brent, you've got some amazing equipment here. I mean, I've traveled through wine country in California, and this is pretty much, when you're touring a winery, this is pretty much what it looks like. These stainless steel cylinders. Tell me, how do you make, because I just tasted it. Oh my God, the wine, the blueberry wine really does stand up to California Reds. I can't wait to taste all your other varietals, but show me how you do this.
Well, we obviously have a lot of shiny things, and I think lots of winemakers are attracted to cellar bling. So we do have wood. You can't see it in here now. But we have some out in our containers out there, some oak barrels.
So you do.
We do use some wood. Yes, we do.
Okay.
And we have some port in that tank right there that'll see some oak barrel time a bit later.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it smells wonderful. What's really neat about this is this is a working winery, so you see exactly how it's done. I'm not a real port fan, but I would drink this all day long. This is fabulous. Have another sip. And the nose, it's wonderful. Oh my gosh, you've got to be proud. You should be so proud.
Yeah, I'll be happy when this is in the bottle and it gets some more.
And how much longer?
Well, the next day, it needs to get some more time on oak. So we racked it recently, and then it'll go back into.
And are the racks out there?
Well, we'll probably bring them in, or we have temperature-controlled containers out there.
So you do use some oak barrels?
We do use some oak barrels, yeah, and that will be expanding as we increase our production.
Okay. So walk me through the process.
We're making a red wine for the most part, so we produce it just like you would a red grape wine. Okay, so you ferment it on the skins. We bring the fruit in, and it's off of the stems. With grapes, you have the stems. Usually you destem them. All of our produce, or our blueberries, are hand harvested, so there is no stem. So we can go direct to a crusher or pump it right into our tanks here. So we ferment in these tanks, or sometimes we ferment in these smaller tanks. And the process between them is a little different. When we're in the small tanks, we have all the skins and the juice comes out a little bit. And so we have to punch it down, because when the yeast ferment the fruit and the sugars, produces carbon dioxide, and that pushes the skins up. And so we want to extract all the antioxidants, all the phenolics, all the flavors and color. So we have to mix that back in and extract it from the skin. I inoculate with pure strains of wine yeast that I know the specs on, that I know the characteristics of. And I use multiple types so that I can get different flavor profiles for the different types of wine we make. So harvest occurs from April through May, but we like to, since we're producing a fruit wine, some of our reserve wines, they're processed a little differently, but for the most part we're producing a fruit wine that's meant to be drunk early and young while it's still fresh and fruity. So we make it year-round, so about every 3 months we're making a new batch of fruit. So freezing helps in that we can bring it out of the freezer and produce it fresh and fruity year-round. Freezing is actually beneficial from our standpoint, because since we're dealing with hand-harvested fruit and it goes into the freezer right away, that breaks the cell walls of the berry so that we can get more juice out, and more importantly, we can get more of the color and antioxidants out. So from that perspective, we like it. Yeah. So it ferments for about a week to 2 weeks, depending on, again, on the style. Like if you're making a white Zinfandel, you'll press it off right away before you ferment, so that you get very little color and you ferment the juice. And so if for our white or our blushing blueberry, we press it off right away and ferment just the juice. But for most of the other products that we make, we're fermenting it on the skins. And that takes about 5 to 10 days typically. And then what we do is we take it out of the tank and we go to our press, which is back there, and press off and reclaim all of that wine out of the solids. Okay. And then from there, it's a matter of stabilizing and filtering and clarifying and blending. We do lots of manipulations, but really it's just getting it to that final point, being ready to bottle. We bottle it around here on our bottling line. At the moment, it's all hand loaded, so we put each bottle on by hand, the empty bottles, and then they go through the filler, so that here's where they get filled and leveled, so that they all have 750 milliliters in them. And then this is the corker, so it squeezes and inserts the cork. Typically, we do it under vacuum, okay? So there's no pressure in the bottle. And then they come out and they get labeled. So the capsule is applied here, that's the above and around the cork in the top of the bottle. And we're using heat shrink capsules, so it's shrunk on with a heat tunnel. And then the labels are applied. And then it's, again, hand taking the bottles off and putting them in the cases.
love blueberries. We started coming here last April when you could pick your own berries, and the berries here are so fantastic. And then we came into the winery and sampled the wine, and I bought a case that day. I was so taken with it.
Since the last time we were here,
Yep.
you've had some great news. Tell me about it.
Absolutely. Well, just in the last few months, we are now in all 42 Fresh Market stores throughout
Wow.
all of Florida with our wines.
That's incredible.
We're also in ABC Liquor now, and they've accepted the wines in their stores.
Wait a minute. So how many Fresh Markets and how many ABCs?
There's 42 Fresh Markets, 185 ABCs, I think.
Wow.
They're just starting to roll out the wine in ABC.
That's incredible.
So-
and did I hear a rumor that you're also getting into Trader Joe's?
Absolutely. We've been working with Trader Joe's. They just need to sign off the PO, and then we'll be nationwide with Trader
Well,
Joe's.
congratulations. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
thank
that's
you.
so awesome. We'll
Thank
give you a
you.
hug.
Yeah.
So how are you going to produce all of this?
Well,
I mean, I'm looking at your, building over
Right.
here and all of your vats and all of that, and that's a lot. That's a lot of work.
it is a lot. We'll have to expand a little bit more here.
Yeah.
And we can produce on this place up to almost 1 million bottles a year before we have
Okay.
to build a new location,
Okay.
which in 3 years we'll probably build a new location.
Here, you're not moving from here, obviously.
We're not moving from Sumter County.
Oh, not from Sumter County,
Yeah.
but you might move from this location.
We might move up by the freeway area. We might not. We haven't decided that yet.
Wow.
It just
Well,
depends.
you've got so much land.
We do.
I feel like you'd be able to
That's the goal.
at least double the size of this.
That's the goal. But if we build a new facility, it'll be 10 times the size. It'll be almost 100,000 square foot.
Wow, that's a huge jump.
It is. It
What's
is.
the square footage of that building?
That building is right at about 7,000.
7,000 square
Yeah.
feet to 100,000 square
Yep.
feet.
That's a
That's
lot.
a big jump.
It
That's
is.
a big jump.
It is. And then we have to have parking and RV parking
Right.
and everything to, accommodate everybody. But we can do it. We just have to
I have
know
no
when.
doubt you can do it. No doubt.
Thank
no
you.
doubt.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I have heard so many rumors about this wine being so good for you, and I can tell you from tasting it how much I love it.
Right.
And I think that you've had a lot of guests that are raving about it.
Right.
And I can tell you that we're going to be putting it in Honest John's and in City Fire.
Wonderful.
So tell me a little bit about. Let's just tell our viewers how good this wine is for you.
Well, this wine is different than grape wine because it's blueberries, and we all know how great blueberries are for us. And the thing about the blueberry wine is, number one, it's the highest in antioxidants. So
Right.
you have a lot of antioxidants going in each bottle of wine. We don't add any water to our wine. It's 2.2 pounds of blueberries per bottle now. 2.2 pounds of blueberries.
Okay.
And the University of Florida did a study on blueberry wines, which says that they are higher in all the different health values, antioxidants, and Rivio, and magnesium, and there's a whole list why it's more healthier than most grape wines.
Well, and I can tell you, it tastes just as good, if not better, than a lot of grape wine. So listen, everybody, if you want to have some really good wine that's really good for you, come out to Whispering Oaks. So looking out here, I can tell we're not in your growing season right now.
Right.
So you have one growing season per year. Tell me a little bit about that.
We have one growing season per year, and it starts in mid-April and finishes at the end of May. Sometimes
Okay.
it'll go into
April
June.
to May. Wow.
That's right.
Short time.
That's it.
You have that much time
That's it.
to do everything. Okay.
Well, we don't do everything then, but what we do is get the harvest off,
Mhm.
and we end up putting it in deep freeze. And by deep freezing it, we can make blueberry wine all year. So
Okay.
that's what we do, is we deep freeze it. We make blueberry wine every 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
And when we deep freeze it, also breaks down that berry, the skin of the berry, the cellulose of the berry, which makes a better wine, like an ice wine does.
Okay.
So besides having our own berries, we ended up buying 1 million pounds of berries this year just to accommodate our growth.
1 million pounds.
1 million pounds. And next year we're looking at buying 3 million pounds of berries, which is about 10% of all Florida's crop.
Wow, that's
So-
incredible. That is really incredible. You've got quite the business here.
Thank
and
you.
are expanding beyond belief.
Well, people like drinking to their health.
They do
You know,
like
they
drinking
wanna
to their
live
health.
longer.
I like that.
They want to live longer.
Okay. As I was coming in today, I noticed a sign for the Happy Goat. Tell me about your Happy Goats.
Okay, what happens is when we make a batch of wine,
Uh-huh.
we go in and we break down all the skins into the batch of wine. Once it gets done, then we'll squeeze off the skins and we feed them to our Happy Goats. And the reason we call them Happy Goats is because the skins have 6% alcohol in them. So the goats are really happy
So
when
we
they
have
eat
very
this.
happy goats.
That's right.
Happy goats eating 6% alcohol blueberries. That's incredible.
Well, you know, we started out with about 10 goats
Uh-huh.
when we first started. Now we have well over 60.
Oh my God,
So
they're
you know
very
what
happy
happens when
goats.
goats drink. They're happy.
Okay.
True story.
True
Yeah.
story. That's incredible. Okay, well now I've got to go see the happy goats.
Okay, let's
so let's go see
'em.
the happy
You
goats.
bet. Let's do it.
All right. So here are our happy goats. Lots of them. Lots of very happy goats. So you've got lots of happy goats, but why goats?
Goats are easy to take care of.
Are
You
they?
can just let them roam. They'll take care of all the weeds, eat the grass.
Okay.
We even let them out of the fence here. They'll go all the way down around the winery and through the fields, but they don't go into the blueberries. They just stay right where their happy food is.
Really?
Well, we started with 10 goats
Uh-huh.
here in last November when we started feeding on the skins. Now we have over 50 goats roaming around, and a few of them have gone off the farm.
Oh, really? What?
To other homes,
Oh,
happy homes.
okay. They didn't. They went to other happy homes. They didn't just wander off the farm.
No, other happy homes. And yeah, so they love the skins, but they love being here. We've been seeing a lot of twins and triplets.
Really?
Once they started eating the blueberry skins, we've been seeing a lot more twins and triplets. So that's
That's
kind of
amazing.
amazing. Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Listen to it. Well, here we are with the happy goats. So today we brought the whole family to taste the wine and brought the whole family to see the baby goats. Bess, what do you think of the goats? You want to hold it? Yeah. Okay. Si, what do you think of the goats? Now we're going to go taste the wine and see what they think of it. And be prepared because we're going to have a blueberry wine tasting dinner at Honest John's. This is a man that loves his wine and loves wine from everywhere. He has a wine cellar at home that has all of the Grand Crus. It is packed to the brim with very expensive, great bottles of wine. So when I told him that he was coming out here to taste blueberry wine,
I thought she was a little bit cuckoo, but
yeah, I got a little bit of pushback, and I'm like, no, Dad, you've got to come. So what do you think?
I'm blown away, really am.
Yeah, see? And this is my mom. Say hi, Mom.
You don't get headaches from blueberry wine.
Oh,
Like people that get headaches from red wine, when you do blueberry wine, you don't get any headaches at all. And that's because the tannins are natural. You don't put tannins in, and the sulfites are very, very low.
That's what I was thinking.
It's 30 parts per million, when all other grape wines are over 100 parts per million.
Wow.
So people that come in here that get headaches from red wine, order this by the case because they can't get any headache at all.
It's incredible.
So even though this is 10 months in the making, you've been doing this. You've been out here on this property for how long?
I've been here 7 years ago. I bought the property. 4.5 years ago, I planted blueberries. 2 years ago, they're in our third year, which was supposed to be the money year. Chile fled their market with number 2 berries, and the price dropped quickly. We hand pick all our berries. So I thought, what am I going to do now? And I decided I'm going to make the blueberry wine from the berries. So off I went on Google. Got everything done.
There you go.
there you go.
Is it would I say that it's the winemaker who is responsible for the flavors and the complexities of all the wines?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of influence on it, or?
I do. I mean, I have some influence on what I want. I mean, when I first hired them on, I said I didn't want it to taste like blueberries and sugar.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to taste like a wine should, like a Merlot or a Pinot. And when I found them online, that's what he's been known for, is to make a wine taste totally different than what the ingredients are.
I think he's done a great job. You hit the mark with the sangria. That's really surprising that it's not, you're not just jamming the blueberries right down your mouth. And it's really well balanced and it's delicious once you want more.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Taste of Lake. I know I did. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, get out and get a taste of Lake. Until next time, get out there and get it. Should I shake my butt when I walk?
Yeah, actually, if you could dance.
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
really like the dancing.
Do a little shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy,
All the way down.
shimmy.
Wait a minute. I need a napkin. When we come back, we're gonna meet. I always do that too fast. Blah, blah. And here we are, where all the magic happens at blah, blah, blah. See, I messed up. Ready? Yeah, it was really good when I was explaining it to him.
Yeah.